thought you said she was quiet yesterday. She was playing with this. At least she's not being too loud. She play with this every night, Mama? Does she?
Mommy's gone.
You don't do it every night?
Mama, it's gone.
We're gonna send this to Mama.
It's not Mama. It's for Mommy. Mommy is Mommy's Mommy.
She plays with it, but she does it quietly.
This is for Jacob and Athena since they don't go on Marco Polo. Just wanted to share a quick video of Mr. Ethan sleeping. And how cute he is. How cute he is. We love him. He's had a busy day. Our cutie pie.
Someone's being sleepy. Hello, Ethan. Hi, buddy. He had a bath and his hearing test, and then he got circumcised, so he's been pretty sleepy. Yeah. Hello, Ethan. Just nursed a little. Yeah. He had his first poo. Oh, someone else is crying. Hi. You got your eyes open. Yeah. You're gonna keep Mama up all night long. Yeah. Daddy's home with the kids. Hopefully he'll get some sleep because he probably only got 2 hours of sleep versus Mom got 1 hour of sleep. Yeah. Is that crazy? Yeah. Don't remember their feet being so wrinkly. Yeah. Look at their little feetsies. Oh, someone's nursing again. Got his eyes open. Yeah. Is that yummy? He's a good nurser. Yeah. There's his little old man feet. Yeah, I think they're so good. Yeah. So Daddy's gonna come up soon. Mr. Ethan just passed his hearing test. Yeah, he failed on one ear the first time. So he passed the second time, huh? Got all bundled up. Got this fancy bassinet thing, so this goes down. Yeah. Is that pretty cool? And it locks. That's the locking thing. So you can go like that. it swivels so it can go over our bed. Yeah, is that pretty cool? I think they just got them like a week ago. Yeah. This little dude is 1 day years old. Yes, you are. Yeah, waiting to see if he's jaundice levels are high or not. Because whatever test they took said they were, so they're doing a blood test. Yeah. Hi, buddy. Hi. They did his bilirubin test. Yeah. I think they did 2 tests because the skin test showed that he was high. So they tested his blood to get him, and that said he was just under the high mark or something. So they did that at 5. So they're testing him again at 11 to see if it's still under the high mark area. And then if it is, I think we'll just test him again tomorrow morning. And then hopefully he'll be good to go. Yeah. Got him in his bassinet. Let's see if he'll stay asleep. This fancy bassinet has this part that lowers. You can lock it in place. And then it like swivels, so you can raise it, make it go higher or lower, and like it can go over your bed. But I like it. Yeah. Yeah. It's making me what? Making me want to buy a hollow bassinet for home, huh? Yes, it is. And his binky has this vanilla scent to it to help calm them down. Never saw that before. Going home with baby Ethan. First time meeting him. Do you like baby brother?
It's my first time meeting him.
Yeah, they saw it on video chat though. And pictures.
Yeah, but this is a person. That's different.
Hi, Riley. Do you miss mommy? Cheesy baby brother. You miss me too. I missed you too.
The baby sleep.
Is baby sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baby sleep. So cute.
Oh. Got home and he already changed our first poopy diaper. Yeah. Fed him.
already changed his first
poopy diaper. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Is he starting to cry?
Do you love your baby brother, Ethan?
Oh yes, Ethan's starting to cry.
Not yet.
He can cry.
Whenever he makes a frowny face, she says he's crying.
He's crying and crying in there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Crying.
Yeah.
Baby brother's crying.
Yeah.
Look, he's crying.
He's not crying. You're silly.
I'm not silly. I'm Riley.
You're Riley.
I'm Riley.
And you're Michael.
Yeah.
Just wanted to do a quick birth vlog since I'm editing your birth. A little background, I did natural with my other 2, so that was I wanted to do it again with Ethan. And with Riley, I had back labor, and I don't know if I was confusing back pain with contractions, but I went in way too soon. And then they gave me like this heating pad. I'm like, oh my goodness, this took half my pain away. So for my goal with Ethan was to just go in when contractions were more intense and not, yeah. So I'm 40 plus weeks. I go in on Monday, and this is like usually when my babies are due. like days after their due date, and I get checked and I'm at 2, and I get my membrane swept. And that day I was having lots of cramps and then nothing. And then that night I had my bloody show. And then I also had an induction set for Saturday, so I'd be 41 weeks. So I'm like, okay, am I going to go into labor before then or not? Because I feel like things are progressing. And then Wednesday I had to go in to get my COVID test. And so I got my stress test. Is that what you call it? When they hook you up to the monitors and stuff. And it was like that morning where I'm like, oh, I wonder if these gas pains I'm feeling are contractions. And sure enough, they were. They're just a little uncomfortable in my back, and they're happening every like 5 minutes. So that's kind of nice to do the tests to know, like, okay, that's what those are. The nurse was like, oh, you're having like kind of regular contractions. I'm like, well, if things pick up, just make sure you come in or give us a call. Thursday, they were a little bit more intense, but you know, like they'd go away, come and go throughout the day. And then Friday came and they're definitely a lot more intense and more uncomfortable, but then they go away and they took a nap, and then they came back in the afternoon, and we had planned to go shopping, but I was like, I can't go shopping. So Jesse sent Jesse off to go get some stuff, and he was like, I think we should go. He was kind of stressful Friday night. But I'm like, well, let's just get the kids to bed and I'll try to relax, and if they are still there, then we can go, and they actually slow down like 10, 15, 20 minutes apart. So we enjoyed one last night together as a family of 5. So I woke up at 2 from contractions, and I was like, okay, I got like 4 more hours into my induction. I was like, okay, let's try to relax and rest and whatever. And I kept going to the bathroom because I think I used heating pads and massaging and stretching for my aching back, and I think, you know, leaning on the toilet helps stretch your back out. And so I kept trying to do that because I'm also afraid of like going poo during the labor process, pushing part. After an hour and a half of that, like things were not coming down and they were getting more intense. And then I had this one contraction. I'm like, oh no, this feels like I'm transitioning because it's getting harder to relax in between contractions. So I'm like, oh dear, it's time. I should have gone. Anyway, so then we loaded up the kids. Jesse dropped me off, and I needed a wheelchair there, and the nurses helped get me in my robe, and they checked me. They're like, oh, you're complete. Yeah. Hi. He just woke up. This is like 4 a.m. in the morning, and then the second push, my water broke, and then the third one, he came out. Yeah, and then got to cut his umbilical cord, and Daddy wasn't there, and he showed up like 10 minutes later. I was able to drop the kids off at our friend's house that morning, so I'm very grateful for that. One memory was driving to the hospital. The kids, we won't talk about the pain, but the kids were like, Jesse, it's Jesse's fault. He's like, oh, not another red light. And so the kids were like, oh, it's not a red light. Oh, it's green. Yay. You know, it was really funny. So that was fun. Yeah, and then you were born. Yeah. And then, yeah. I don't think I talked about it, but we had to get his jaundice levels checked, whatever that word is. Like after we got home the next day, and it was still high, so we had to do it again the next day. But I think the second day levels were fine, so he almost had to go back to the hospital, but luckily you were good. The nurse was like, maybe try topping him off with formula, but I did that once, and then I just try to breastfeed him more often. And yeah, is your birth story. Yeah. So yeah, and you're 10.5 months right now. Yeah, you were so little.